that makes me think of when I'm coaching, I find that a lot of my players end up being quite similar to the way I play, and that's with a solid backhand. And the backhand, like you said, is a shield, and being a shield is quite, what do you call it? Reliable over time. Like it just kind of keeps coming back, defending, defending. Where the sword, the forehand can be really great, or can really be a sword to yourself. It's like a double-edged sword kind of thing. So I
Yeah,
think what I find with the backhand, and I think people do that I coach at least, is that the backhand can be more simple and reliable, especially the two-hander one, and they can rely on it even if they can't really cause much trouble to the other person besides just being a shield. Where
yeah,
that forehand can really be a weapon, and they end up saying that they would like their forehand to be more consistent after
yeah.
about a 4 or 5 lessons.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, this reminds me of a story. One of my favorite matches that I coached at the high school level. And one thing I loved about coaching high school tennis is that you get to interact with the players while they're playing.
yeah,
So, there aren't a lot of opportunities to do the on-court coaching. College and high school tennis is pretty much it. Although, here in the area, we have some novice tournaments that allow coaching, but even so. So there was this match where the player I was coaching was going up against the player who had a really big forehand, a humongous forehand. And I'm only saying that because that word is in um, the movie that has Mel Gibson, um, the post-apocalyptic movie set in Australia with Mel Gibson featuring a character named Humongous. Mad Max.
all
Okay,
right,
anyway,
yeah,
anyway, I'm throwing all my Australian references in there. But anyway, so she had this humongous forehand, and so everybody played away from her forehand and played her backhand. So I was doing the stats, and the other girl with the big forehand had like two errors on her backhand and two winners. But
yeah.
when we looked at her forehand stats, she had three, or she had seven winners, but she had 21 errors. So she had three errors for every one winner that she had, but those winners looked scary.
That's right. Yeah,
When it was a winner, it was boom, and it was spraining my neck to try to keep an eye on it. So I got the data out and I showed it to Tracy, and I said, well, look, Tracy, if you keep going to her backhand, it's coming back every time. She doesn't miss her backhand, but you're just going to roll the dice, and then she's going to hit a winner, and then she's going to make three errors, two or three errors guaranteed. So just play her forehand. And when the other coaches heard me say, oh, we're going to play Maya's forehand, they were like, are you crazy? Are you insane? Right. And then Tracy came back and won in three sets. So it can run counterintuitive, but you really have to keep track of the data in a match. You have to think about, where does the other player make their errors?